Hey folks, how you doing? Ron Raymond here from the Raymond Report with your NBA previews and predictions for a Thursday. That's right, a full Friday, May 13th. Hope you're having yourself a good start to your day. As always, don't forget, subscribe to our channel by tapping that notification bell in the top right-hand corner, or hit the subscribe button below this video if you are using a mobile device. Today's podcast brought to you by bballpicks.com. You want to check it out and check out the top scores right here at bballpicks.com. In fact, Nicky Bats right now, 806 points, leading the top scorers here at bballpicks.com. Mike Anthony of Proline, 771. And there's Fadi at 768. Chris Fadi Kadalaja out of Brussels. And he's leading the pack in the third place at 768. And folks, you go to most followed and you want to follow the top pickers. And if you want to follow my picks, just click follow my picks. And then what you want to do is go to the following and you can see my selection along with everybody else, including guys like Eddie O, Chris, GSL, Mark 21, or GSL 21, Mark Nations, The Terminator, and Proline. Those are the people I'm following right now at bballpicks.com. And I'm just follow winners. As long as you keep winning, I'll follow you. And that's the name of the game at bballpicks.com. Speaking of games, let's get to this one between the Clippers and the Charlotte Hornets. Now, LA coming off a 115-96 win in their last game against the Toronto Raptors, taking on the Charlotte Hornets, who lost to the Denver Nuggets in their last contest, 117-112. The bookmakers have made the Clippers tonight a 8.5-point road favorite. Over-under set at 223.5. ATS forecast, computer pick, gonna go with the Clips here, 121-111. The over-under set at 233.14. Clippers 46-23 on the season, where Charlotte 33-36, and that's the identical record of their over-under record as well. And they're on a 2-game losing streak. And the Kogo tonight on this game, Kogo stands for chance of game going over the total. The percentage play is at 51%. Milwaukee taking on the Pacers. Now the Pacers coming off a 103-94 loss in their last game to the Sixers, where the Bucks took care of business. A little TCB right there against the Magic. It was a 114-102 win over Orlando. The bookmakers have made the Bucks here an 8.5-point road favorite against the Pacers this evening. Over-under set at a whopping 240.5. ATS forecast, computer pick, sees another Bucks victory, 118-98. The over-under at 217.73. The Pacers on a 2-game win streak. The last two have gone under the total, where Milwaukee on 1 day's rest, 44-25 on the season, 43-25-1 to the over. So a lot of high-scoring games this year for the Milwaukee Bucks. Orlando losing to those Bucks in their last game, 114-102, taking on the Atlanta Hawks, who had a nice victory last night against the Washington Wizards, 120-116. Didn't cover the spread, however. 12.5-point home court favorite here this evening. The over-under at 227.5. ATS forecast going to lean with the Hawks by 9. 120-111, the over-under at 231.45. They're on a 2-game win streak, the Atlanta Hawks are, and the Orlando Magic now on a 4-game losing streak. The last two have gone under the total. They're playing on 1 day's rest. 21-48 on the season for the Magic, where Atlanta is now 39-35. And look at that over-under record at 35-35 on the season. All right, Philadelphia taking on the Miami Heat. Now the Sixers coming off a loss in their last game to the Pacers, 103-94. And Miami took care of business. In fact, they took 2 out of Boston in Beantown, winning 129-121 in their last game. I believe that was Monday or Tuesday, one of those nights. Actually, it has to be Tuesday because they're on 1 day's rest, right? And looking at the bookmakers line, -1.5 for the Sixers. The over-under set at 218.5. Forecast going to lean with a Philadelphia 76ers victory here this evening, 102-99. The over-under at 201.38. And looking at the Heat now on a 3-game win streak, 38-31 on the season after that slow start, 37-32 to the over-under. Spurs taking on the New York Knicks. Now, I did a little bit of research this morning. New York Knicks, one of the best teams in the league as a favorite coming off back-to-back games. So keep an eye out on that the remaining of the season, maybe in the playoffs. And a 4.5-point home court favorite here this evening at Madison Square Garden, taking on the San Antonio Spurs, who are 3 games below 500. We do like the Knicks here to win, 110-105. The over-under at 216.05. And looking at the Spurs' last game, a loss to the Brooklyn Nets, 128-116, where the New York Knicks lost in overtime to the Lakers by 2, 101-98. Should be a great game tonight at Madison Square Garden. Denver Nuggets heading to Minnesota to take on the T-Wolves. Now the Nuggets a 5.5-point road favorite. Over-under set at 235.5. ATS forecast, computer pick, gonna lean with the team that's 45-24 in the season, and that's the Denver Nuggets. 117-113, the over-under at 231.5. 75% chance of covering the spread here for the Nuggets, who are in the last 3 games have gone over the total. But the one thing with Denver in the last month or so, they win games, but they don't cover, and they're on a 3 ATS losing streak right now. And looking at the T-Wolves, they're on a 2-game win streak, and they've covered the last 2, and should be an interesting matchup here this evening. Line's only 5.5, so keep an eye out on that. Sacramento, my guy, Buddy Buckets and the Kings taking on the Memphis Grizzlies. Memphis, 7.5-point home court favorite over the Kings. Over-under set at 230.5. ATS forecast, gonna lean with the Memphis Grizzlies, who are 36-31 on 33 on the season, 3 games above 500, and they won their last game. They spanked the Mavericks 133-104, and for the Kings, they're coming off a victory over the Thunder 122-106, and we do like Memphis in this one, 115.4-107, the over-under at 223.2. Memphis on a 3-game straight-up winning streak. However, only 1 ATS win in those last 3. And the Sacramento Kings on a 2 straight-up and ATS win streak. 38-30-1 to the over, where Memphis also has an over record of 36-33 on the season. Toronto Raptors taking on the Chicago Bulls. Now the Bulls, a 9.5-point favorite here this evening. Over-under set at 218.5 at the United Center. First tip-off is at 8 o'clock. And we do like the Bulls in this one. No BS here. We do like the Bulls. 115-102. The over-under at 218.59. Keep an eye out on that Raptors roster. It just keeps dwindling down. Load management, eh? A lot of load management going on these days in Toronto. Looking at the chances of winning, 79% chance of covering the spread, not winning. And for the Bulls, we had them at 41%. The last 3 games have gone under the total here for the Bulls. And looking at the records on the year, 29-40, where Toronto is 27-42. And again, first tip-off tonight at the United Center is 8 p.m. Eastern. Portland, big win last night against the Utah Jazz. They're playing in back-to-back games tonight. So they were in Portland last night, then traveling to Phoenix, taking the old red eye. And now they're taking on the Phoenix Suns as a 5.5-point road underdog. And the over-under set at 232.5. The forecast, gonna go with the Phoenix Suns. 115-110, the over-under at 225.8. The Suns on a 2-game losing streak. Not a time to go on a losing streak, especially when you're try to battle for that top spot. But they faded a bit down the stretch here. But it's a marathon, not a sprint, right? Trailblazers on a 5-game win streak right now. 41% chance of covering. However, 53% chance of covering for the Phoenix Suns, whose last 7 games have gone over the total. 41-29 over-under record for the Suns. So a good chance with all that firepower on the floor this evening. There's a good chance this one here can go over the total. All right, don't forget, you can get my picks for free at bballpicks.com. And folks, join us live today, 1 p.m. Eastern, right here on the Raymond Report YouTube channel. I'll be going live stream, and I'll be breaking down every game in the NBA today. Have yourself a great rest of your full Friday. As always, shop for value, play those percentages. We'll see you back shortly here with another Raymond Report. Cheers.